Hello everyone! Welcome to Messy Heart, where we dive deep into troubling accounts and messy relationships, hoping to provide support and advice to those who might seek it. Let's head into our first story. Listen carefully and give us your thoughts on the comments section. Story 1. How do I make it clear to my husband that I don't want to share my bonus even if I'm a stay-at-home wife? Husband and I were in a traditional relationship. After we got married, I became a stay-at-home wife who took care of his parents in their 70s/80s with poor health. We plan to have 2 kids. He's a blue-collar worker. The business isn't doing well, and he asked me to help out to keep payments of house which we have a 6% mortgage on. Now I make barely above minimum wage as a receptionist/office admin. I work 30 hours a week. But I still have to take care of his parents, and I do the majority of the chores. Husband works 60 hours a week. He makes more than I do, but I still feel it's unfair. He says we can't afford anything. We live very frugally. I am frustrated and upset he won't budge about our spending or consider getting a new job. He was the one who wanted a house and a car, and now I have to work to the bone for something I didn't want. I got a small bonus of $300 because my boss said I was doing a very good job. Husband told me to deposit it in our shared bank account. I don't want to. I want to spend at least some of my bonus on myself. I need new clothes for the winter, and I'd like some for skincare and makeup since I'm running out. He says they're not necessities. I'm sick and tired of doing everything and having the one nice thing rewarded to me taken away too. We are annoyed at each other and won't budge. How do I make it clear I don't want to share that small bonus since I never get to do anything even when I've earned it? What piece of advice would you give to OP? Let us know down in the comments, and let's move on to our next story. Story 2. My boyfriend is upset I have purchased a new dress for my work dinner. How can we move forward in a healthy way? Me, F42, and my boyfriend, M44, are having a disagreement about my work conference. We have been dating for about a year. I have a work conference coming up in my local area. I started this job a few months ago, so this is my first time attending this conference. However, in my career field, I've been attending conferences for over a decade that involves a dinner on the last night. I asked my manager if we were allowed a +1 to the dinner, and she said no. This is only for the company employees. My manager mentioned that this will be a black tie event. I have a lot of beautiful dresses in my closet, some I've never worn. However, I don't have any floor-length gowns. I told my boyfriend I was going to Macy's to buy a new dress, and he said I should wear something in my closet. I explained that I needed a new dress due to the dress code and that I'm excited to buy a new dress and get glammed for a night. I very rarely get to get glammed up. He was upset and said he didn't understand why I had to buy a new dress. He told me he would talk to me later and got off our FaceTime call. I went to the mall and saw several beautiful dresses in my price range of about $150. I texted my boyfriend and told him most of the dresses were 30% off and I could probably find a great dress for under $100. I took a few pictures of dresses I saw to get his opinion, but he said he does not want to be a part of this process at all. I texted him back and told him that I understand and I would no longer involve him in this. The dress I picked is navy blue. I'm completely covered. No cleavage or legs out, etc. I am respectful of the dress I picked out and the fact that I'm in a relationship. About a week later, we talked about this subject again, and he was even more upset. He said he didn't understand why I wanted a new dress. I told him that when we met last year, he bought a brand new suit for his office Christmas party that he did not invite me to. He said that's different because a +1 was allowed. But I shouldn't buy a new dress and get glammed up if my significant other can't be there. Anyway, as I tried to defend my choice and point out how I am allowed to buy new clothes and get glammed up, he got upset again and told me he would talk to me the next day. Before he hung up, he asked me if I'm a leader or a follower. A few days later, he said that he thought I was looking for attention. I was honestly hurt and shocked by this revelation. I am dressing for the occasion and want to feel pretty for a night. I told him at our ages, I will not have someone policing my clothing and what I buy. I dress modestly all of the time. I'm mostly in jeans and t-shirts, and he tells me to dress up more often. He even asked me why I don't get a bit more dressed up to go to Target and the grocery store. I told him I like to be comfortable. We get to wear jeans in the office, so the only time I really get to dress up is dates with him in church. Share your thoughts with us, and let's move on to our next story. Story 3. My twin sister upset that I'm pregnant. What can I do? I need advice. I told my twin sister that I was pregnant first time I'm 13 weeks, and she first said congratulations and that it was exciting news. The next day she sent me a giant text saying that I haven't been communicating to her, that if I don't want to see her or want space I can just say, and that she feels really unimportant and hurt. I replied that she is still very important to me, I'm sorry she is hurt, but that she is a big part of my life and nothing will change. I assumed she was feeling insecure or threatened. She then sent me another long, angry message about how I don't communicate, I don't want to see her apparently or visit, I'm choosing not to tolerate her or include her, and she can't do anything unless I change how I behave. A few things for context. We live in different states. Our own mother left us when we were 14, our parents had us when they were 20 years old, and my dad was not around much. She has a heightened sense of rejection and a huge fear of abandonment and some really unhealthy patterns. She has been festering on this and warped all these events and weaved them together to make it some story about how I am horrible and haven't been treating her properly. She complained that she attended my wedding and helped my now husband pick out a ring, and this is how I'm treating her. Makes zero sense. She is saying I am excluding her, but literally complaining about times she has been included? We have been communicating, probably less than usual because I usually am responsible for initiating most of our contact, and I have been less proactive lately because I have been dealing with my own feelings. I don't know what to do. I want to shut this down because these back and forth of via messenger are hurtful and just feeds her pattern. I truly feel there's nothing I can say to make her feel better, and I just have to let her process this and ride it out. It's really hurtful to me though. I have done nothing wrong in my own opinion, and she said it has nothing to do with the pregnancy, yet she blew up the day after I told her. She is being so irrational and unreasonable from my end, and it hurts that this is how she has chosen to react. I'm so sick of her treating me like garbage when she wants to, and I'm sick of having to be the parent in this relationship. She has not once voiced concerns about the frequency of my communication with her over the last month or so, or asked if anything's going or comment that I seem quiet, etc. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I can't win, and she just wants to be angry and view me like this. Does anyone have any suggestions for what I can say, or has anyone been through something similar with a sibling/relative? Also, to add, I found out at 8 weeks. I had a really stressful month prior because my aunt passed unexpectedly, and it was just really hard on my husband, who loved her very much. So the timing of the news was hard to process. My sister knew about my aunt. I think I knew deep down she wasn't going to just be happy for me, and I needed to process my own feelings and circumstances before I dealt with hers. Just to add, in response to a few comments, this is not the first time she has blown up. And it's not just me. She has this pattern with me and whoever she is in a relationship with. It was really bad with her last partner for 7 years, and every visit I have made to her there has been similar incidents with her current boyfriend. Her boyfriend said their mutual friend has a date with someone, and she asked who, and he said this cute girl from rock climbing, and she lost it. She was so angry and said if her prefers girls at rock climbing then he should be with them, etc. Made no sense. They had the fight in the Uber, and I was unfortunately in the middle seat between them. This is one small example, but I could see from her boyfriend response her patterns have continued. To be clear, I love my sister. When she broke up with her boyfriend of 7 years, we saw each other about 8 times that year because I know she needed the support. She stayed with me and my husband for several long weekends and holidays, and I always made sure we were spending tons of 1:1 time together and doing things she enjoyed. I knew that she was not going to have a normal response to my pregnancy, and I'm sad she is reacting in a way that is stressing me out so much. How about that one? Let us have your thoughts and advice down in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to check out our other videos, and as always, like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Never forget that your smile is your best feature. Wear it proudly. See ya.